Previously on DDFP.
Time for sweet food is here. It is time for Pie Off 4. Let it begin.
I'm sporting a lemon meringue pie.
This is an empire that I run.
I brought a savory pie for you, Dave, from Pieology. I did not make this one.
If that wins, I'm out of here.
And we came in today with winner's pie.
Next up, what's that?
It stops right here. We won.
I just want to say that it's made with love, and you look so handsome today.
This one here is called a crack pie.
How are you, Booyah?
Oh my God, just tasted a lot of great pie.
Take a taste. I need your opinion.
And this is 100% homemade. Yes, my 4-year-old daughter who had many options on Saturday.
Crust often goes overlooked in a pie, not this pie.
With great power comes great responsibility. Your winner of the 2015 Heisman Trophy, Tara Deeker's Kentucky Derby pie. Congratulations and muzzle tov. You did it, Tara Deeker. Please, come on up here. Hi and hello, football fans, and happy Thanksgiving. It's your old pal Dave Dameshek. Welcome to the Dave Dameshek football program, presented as always by McDonald's. Game Time Gold. Get over there. Go ahead and see. Maybe you'll win tickets to Super Bowl 50. Maybe you'll win $500,000 in cash money, instant food prizes, so on and so forth. Yes, he's back in Studio 66, and he says he's loving it, and he's loving McDonald's, I'm assuming, as well. It's Elliot Harrison, and we'll speak with him and the other person here in 66 in just a moment. Big show awaits your eyeballs and earballs. Pie Off 4 in the books. The winners, my taste buds and my belly. And also, well, I don't want to give it away. Go back and watch it. It's available on YouTube, and I still believe on NFL.com. We're going to make our Turkey Bowl selections. We'll put our rosters together among the NFL media talent here. We'll do a little draft on that one. We'll see football babies Week 12 picks for you, or should I say football turkeys picks, and the Red Challenge Flag pick segment when we, the amateurs, make our choices for who's going to be the winners in Week 12. And so there's much to kibitz about here. Hashtag DDFP. I mentioned Elliot Harrison. Now let's say hello to my main man seated to my immediate left all the way from London, England. He's not celebrating Thanksgiving. No, he's celebrating the return of pro football on Thursday. It's Handsome Hank.
He's handsome, he's handsome, he's handsome.
Hello, Handsome. How are you?
I am very well indeed, thank you, Dave. It's good to be here.
Yeah, well, and I said it earlier in the week. I say it again to you now. You are a hero to Americans because you bite the bullet and you work through the holiday because your people don't acknowledge our holiday.
It's true. And the irony is that the first people to celebrate Thanksgiving were English.
You know what also is interesting about that is, it's my annual my annual lament and wish for a better year ahead. Why, if stuffing is so delicious, especially in a society that is so gluttonous about anything, whether it's a food or a celebrity or anything else, that we just consume it to the point of disgust, that stuffing, as delicious as it is only a once-a-year treat. The English people have it right. Anytime I bring this up, English people hit us up. Remember, the citizens of the Czech Republic who hail from the UK remind me, stuffing's available on their menus year-round. Why not in America? Why? We have two kinds of, we have not only French fries, but now also almost every menu in a restaurant now has sweet potato fries, plus mashed potatoes. So all these potato preparations, Brussels sprouts, which I like, have worked their way onto every menu, but not stuffing, not delicious stuffing.
You know what? You've just made me think. What is stuffing? And there's some herbs and spices in there. What is the main? What's the bulk?
I like when he says. I like how
herbs and stuff. But what is the main ingredient of stuffing? What is the
bread?
Bulk? It's just bread.
Yes.
It's just bread and herbs.
Yes.
But I don't know why you're laughing at me. Herbs as an H on the front.
Handsome, are you doing all right emotionally and otherwise after the shocking results of Pie Off 4?
You know what? I was thrilled to be just to be a part of it. And actually, you know what? The one thing that I'm proud of is that I scouted, like Daniel Jeremiah or Bucky Brooks, I'd scouted the opposition. I predicted the outcome of Pie Off 4 earlier in the day.
Well, I mean, like I say, the winner really was my belly.
Yeah.
Everyone's belly, I hope. Who attended the pile.
No one's really commented on the fact that Dave has invented this holiday, almost, and one day it may be bigger than Thanksgiving, which is just about him, people bringing him food and him eating it and then judging it in some kind of phony competition.
I think it's awesome.
And no one looks
Thank
over
you.
the fact
Thank
that
you,
actually it's so that Dave can eat a ton of pie.
Yes, that's correct. 100% correct, handsome Hank. Finally, you're on to me, but we're too far in now.
Yeah, who's going to blow the
You
whistle
ain't
on
stopping
that?
this boulder running
Right.
down the hill now. All right, let's, like I say, hashtag DDFP, join the conversation. We appreciate the feedback on Pie Off 4 and all other matters. Join the conversation as well with that. Emma VP Behind the Glass reports all positive news on the Pie Off, and we appreciate you checking that out. Black Tie and Company did banner work on that. We appreciate you looking at it on YouTube in its entirety. If you wish to consume it in audio, you're welcome to do it that way. But I can't say strongly enough that it really is something that you want to watch, not listen to. But I've heard from people who did enjoy listening to it just the same. Yes, Elliot Harrison.
I would like to say something. Since it's Thanksgiving, no, I would.
You don't need to be so formal. You don't have to raise your hand, then announce you're going to
I'd
ask.
like to say something.
It's Thanksgiving, and you have
Heard
such a
about
loyal following, but a lot of times your followers and listeners hit me up on Twitter, and I've had a lot of them over the last few weeks ask that I haven't been on the show, and I just like to say my schedule's been different this year, and I really, really miss doing the show, and since it's Thanksgiving, I am very thankful that I am on DDFP, and I get to communicate with your listeners who I think you have. I was just bragging about you the other day. I think you have as loyal a following, irrespective of whatever the number is, that your following engages as much. I mean, you do too. You get tweets, I'm sure.
People don't want to, it's not a threat to anybody out there, but the Czech Republic knows no borders. And the citizens of the Czech Republic, you don't want to poke them with a stick. It's not a threat to anybody, but don't mess with them.
I agree.
If the full force of the Czech Republic is unleashed, you will not emerge victorious from that one.
if we're reading between the lines, I think we know exactly what you're saying, Dave.
Hey, speaking of the Czech Republic, real quick, Eugene, one of our favorite citizens in the Czech Republic, sent me this. He was in Italy, and look at that. It's an Italian version of the terrible towel. How cool is that?
La scugliamenta terribile.
Speaking of Steeler country, also knows
Do you
no
think
borders,
that came
apparently.
because of the Franco's Italian army? Do you think that's where that kind of, from the 70s?
Good hypothesis.
Yeah.
You know what was weird? I mentioned that we're going to be doing our Turkey Bowl draft here, and Elliot Harrison said, what do you mean Turkey Bowl? Has never heard of a Turkey Bowl? What?
Seems strange.
Turkey Bowl.
I don't know
People
what it
on
is.
Thanksgiving play football games with their family and friends. You've never heard of
We
the
never
tradition.
called it a Turkey Bowl.
What did you call it? What was it called in the Harrison household?
Let's play some football.
It's a universal term for games played on Thanksgiving. Very weird.
We normally, I think, we did it on my dad's side of the family. We played on Christmas. We didn't play on Thanksgiving.
Well, the other thing that we unearthed about Elliot Harrison, I wonder what happened in the Harrison home around Thanksgiving, because a couple of years ago we found out Elliot Harrison had never heard of the tradition of breaking the wishbone.
I hadn't until you and Money did it on our physical challenge. Your
Matt
longtime
Smith and I,
listeners,
long time ago, yeah.
Fridays on Fantasy Live. But I think maybe why I didn't engage in a Turkey Bowl is because you being a Steelers fan, is a very rare treat that your Steelers played on Thanksgiving. They usually played the Lions a few times. That was actually the famous coin flip.
Jerome Bettis calling heads and the referee mishearing him.
Right. Well, when did you play a lot of those games? So the Cowboys growing up, they were on every Thursday. So any kind of eating, discussing things with family members would always go on during the Lions game, not the Cowboys game. So that's probably why we didn't play football.
Well, I do hail the schedule makers for adding that primetime Thanksgiving game. That's
we've had some good ones.
Yeah, that makes for a treat. The gem, of course, is the Panthers and the Cowboys. We're going to make our picks on that one momentarily. Right now, though, we're about to get to Who Are You Loving? But I'm sorry, Handsome. One more piece of business from the Czech Republic. A sorrowful citizen sent me a letter, and you were going to read that for us.
Oh, I was. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is kind of sad, and but I hope you can make one of your fans happy.
Let me contemplate this. Let me hear it again.
This is last week. You read a note from the aunt who was upset about Cam Newton's behavior, and in a way, this is someone who's as distressed by what you've done, Mr. Dameshek. It was 3 months ago when I realized I received the great shame of my recent time when I discovered I was blocked by you on Twitter. Please note my actions were obviously ill-conceived, yet innocent attempts at humor, and I want to apologize for any offense I caused. He goes on a lot about how upset he is. He talks about how he listened to the first ever DDFP.
How upset?
He's super upset.
Okay.
And he carries on, I'm not important enough nor socially active enough. I mean, he's lowering himself for you. He's bowing before you. However, I want you to know that I'm a very big fan of your work. Proceed to make the extra effort on Twitter every day and extra steps to review and appreciate your work. I truly appreciate the thin slice of heaven your work provides. Mazel tov. Dave. Let me make an appeal to you on behalf of John Murphy. Dave, it's time to unblock John Murphy.
It's time to follow John Murphy.
I'm going to unblock him, and just to tell him that I am going to reblock him. That's what you listen. I want you to hear me. Don't play games with me. This is what happens to you. Let John Murphy be a lesson to all. No, I will.
I think you should.
I'll unblock him immediately. Black tie behind the glass. You think I should follow him?
Take it to the next level, man.
That would be nice, actually.
I'm going to think about that. All right.
We're live on the show.
You know what? It takes a lot of guts to write a letter like that. And you know what? I'm going to reward you.
I would say, John, if you get yourself blocked again, I think a letter like this is nice, but probably some food as well.
He really
Send
did.
some food.
He really did carry on.
He did. He's
carry on a good Kansas.
Oh, and we also got a football that a listener has asked that we all sign it and send it back to him. So
That's
we'll do
exciting.
that. Yeah, we're going to do that. But
I have true story. I have signed footballs for Lawrence Taylor before. Lawrence Taylor was supposed to be doing football signings. Lawrence Taylor. This was in immediately after he had retired. And he was otherwise engaged. He was a little busy that morning when he was supposed to be signing footballs for football fans in Berlin,
Intriguing.
Germany. So they were like, well, we can't let the fans down. Could you sign the balls for him? So
you did your best Lawrence Taylor scrawl on the football?
I had an example of his autograph, and there's some German fans who believe they have Lawrence Taylor's autograph, but I actually signed them for him.
You know that Black Tie doesn't really appreciate a story of yours when he's in your ear. Immediately, the moment you start a
Football! Go to Lawrence Taylor!
I have a Lawrence Taylor football!
Next topic.
No, you don't.
All right.
Black Tie, next topic. He hadn't even said 3 words.
All right, the next topic is who are you loving? DH, let's move on. Who are you loving going into Week 12 here?
Well, I don't want to steal any of Handsome's thunder with Carson Palmer. You mentioned him a couple weeks ago on the DDFP, but I love the fact that Carson Palmer is like the modern era Troy Aikman. The way he sets up, the way he stands in the pocket, his compact delivery. And if we show a little B-roll here, you'll see it. Watching both of them throw the football, because it's really impressive to me. Troy Aikman was kind of the prototype of what teams wanted, that big, strong, tall, pocket passer, compact release, got rid of the ball quickly. And you watch them throw the ball in the video, and I know a lot of your listeners may not see this, but in your mind's eye, they're both about the same height, same size, just enough mobility to get out of the pocket, but not going to scare you with it. And incredibly accurate, both of them. And not afraid to throw the deep ball, although Aikman's not necessarily known as a deep ball thrower. And I don't think that Carson Palmer's really been known as a deep ball thrower, but he certainly did it
It's
against
funny you say that, because I always think of Troy Aikman as the greatest intermediate passer that I've ever seen. He would drop those passes about 25 yards downfield on the sideline, right over the shoulder of Michael Irvin, and the defender literally wouldn't even be able to put a fingertip on it. He was dynamite. I don't understand when people talk about Troy Aikman as a borderline Hall of Famer. I don't know what people are looking at or what they missed there. But in the meantime, I said it the other day, I say it again now, Carson Palmer's drive in Seattle after 2 straight turnovers on their end of the field, that nails drive of just strike after strike down the field to reclaim that game for the Cardinals and probably reclaim the division for
intermediate throws.
Yep. Dynamite. And a legitimate MVP candidate. Handsome Hank, how say you?
I think Carson Palmer is it. I mean, I think he's probably 1, 2, 3 is somewhere is Brady, obviously, Cam Newton, and Carson Palmer. And you could, I think Brady's probably number 1, but 2 and 3 you could put in either order.
Who are you loving?
I'll tell you what I'm loving this week, Dave. On Monday, it was the first anniversary of Odell Beckham's one-handed catch. I don't know if you saw it.
I've heard about the Odell Beckham
catch he made last year.
Everybody, please stop with this catch. I love it, but I hate to be a curmudgeon about it, but enough already.
Well, and so I feel partially responsible because when we found out it was the first anniversary, my day job, I was like, yeah, let's play that up. And people still love that catch. They like to watch it, whatever. So, but to me, that's like the pinnacle of individual player athleticism that we've seen I've seen in maybe the last 10 years in the NFL. I know we've seen it too much, and I don't disagree with that. On the other hand, tomorrow on Thanksgiving, we'll be celebrating the 3rd anniversary of, I think, the low point for players' athleticism, Mark Sanchez's infamous butt fumble that took place on Thanksgiving between the Jets and the Patriots. If you're watching, you can see it again now. I don't know.
I don't see now, as opposed to the Odell Beckham catch, I cannot see this enough. I agree. You could play this on a loop for the rest of my days.
So I'm not sure. I'm making a connection, I think, somehow between the best and the worst of the NFL and the anniversaries that are both taking place this week. I don't know that it's anything special, but I just wanted to point that out.
The serendipity of, it's not that he just ran into his own teammate. He ran with his face into his teammate's bum and then fumbled it. And then the Patriots picked it up and ran it back for a touchdown.
But there is no explanation as you watch it, and you must, if you're not watching.
Why did he fumble?
You should go find it. It's available out there. But there is he looked where it wasn't like he ran. It's not like you walk around the corner and walk into someone. Mm-hmm. He ran directly into his teammate's butt, and there is no other place that he could have gone other than straight in there. There's no. And was he sliding? What was the plan?
Good luck to the Eagles.
You mentioned Odell Beckham. I saw DeAndre Hopkins one-handed catch for the first time in a long time.
Not in the same class. Not in the same class. Not in the same class.
Wait, I thought you were a body language expert. Yeah, you're a one-handed catch expert as well.
People are tired of ODB catch. I understand, but it's by far the best catch we've ever seen.
Don't say it's not by far the best catch. You haven't seen all the catches.
Well, the other catchers actually showed and replayed like this one for a reason. It's the best catch we've ever seen.
I know, but we're threatening the Tom Brady was a 6th-round draft pick. Yes. Julius Thomas played college basketball. Odell Beckham made a great one-handed catch. Is starting to threaten.
Actually, that's not
to go into that
threatening it is watching Odell Beckham warm-ups.
That's what it is.
That's the threat.
The fallout of everything that has happened ever since then. I understand being sick of that, but the catch in itself was just pure greatness. We all remember where we were when it happened. No one remembers where they were when DeAngelo Hopkins made it.
I don't remember where I was when Odell Beckham made one. I can't support that. I knew where I was.
Can I tell you where I was? I was going to go with Black Tie was that. But just when you think of Odell Beckham, he had that rookie year last year, and everyone says the best rookie year since Randy Moss. Well, it's Thanksgiving. Let me tell you, the best individual stat line performance I've probably ever seen, at least by a wide receiver. 3 catches, 163 yards. 3 touchdowns.
In
Big D.
Yep.
The same year as the Jerome Bettis coin flip game.
That's that year. I didn't remember that.
That was 98, the doubleheader.
All right. I'm loving that this weekend we get the 21st century's 4 best teams, save maybe the Green Bay Packers, on display for our eyeballs. I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl 40 opponents, and the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. I think you would be hard-pressed. Maybe you'd put the Colts into that conversation as well. But those two, the Packers and Colts aside, we have Titans of the 21st century showing down. Not the Tennessee Titans, of course.
No,
I mean actual
they're not part of
that.
Titanic
They didn't
teams.
exist anymore.
I can't wait to break these games down. It's the Denver Broncos this weekend. We'll get to that, but I look forward to seeing that. And some of the individual stuff. Antonio Brown going against the Legion of Boom is going to be intriguing. I'm nervous as a Steelers fan. We make our Final Four picks each week here. Maybe the Steelers can be one of those Final Four teams. If they go up to Seattle, they're better than I thought they were. If they go up to the Clink and win that game, then I guess they're better than I recognize them being right now. We'll see about that. Meantime, that's who we're loving. I also love going to McDonald's, Game Time Gold. I did so just the other day and talked to some customers to play the easiest game show in the history of people. Take a look. Dave Dameshek here at McDonald's. McDonald's Game Time Gold is giving you a chance to win tickets to Super Bowl 50 or $500,000 cash, plus millions of free food instant prize giveaways, including buttermilk chicken sandwich or a quarter pounder with cheese sandwich. It's as easy as peel, text, and watch to see if you've won. Speaking of easy, I'm going to head inside right now and play the easiest game show in the history of people. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to play the easiest game show in the history of people?
Sure.
Oh, good. All right, let's go. Do you like football?
I do.
That's not the question. The question is this. True or false, the San Diego Chargers official logo is a credit card?
False.
You're a winner. You're a winner. Here you go. I got you a T-shirt. I want you to see it here. There it is. But let's see how it looks on. Can you put that one on for us, too?
Double XL?
Oh, yeah. It'll fit you really nicely, I think. Yeah. You want to play the easiest game show in the history of people?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, good, good. I'm excited that you're willing to play here. Do you like football?
I love football.
You win. That's correct. Congratulations. I got a prize for you. It's an NFL water bottle.
Oh, for real? Thank you very much.
Sure thing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Just watching what you're doing there. You're good at this. Hey, do you want to play the easiest game show in the history of people?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. All right. Hey, can you name one of the colors in the Cleveland Browns uniform?
Brown, I guess? I don't know.
Brown? Is that your official answer? Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
You're a winner. Congratulations. Hey, look at this. You got a T-shirt. Look at that. Put that on for us, why don't you? Go ahead.
Does it fit?
Oh, it'll fit. It'll fit all right. Yeah, yeah. Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
You enjoying lunch?
Yeah.
Good. Do you want to play the easiest game show in the history of people?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's play. Your question is, in the NFL, a touchdown is worth, I'm going to give you three choices here. 138 points, 2,004 points, or 6 points.
6 points.
You're a winner. You're a winner. Congratulations. Congratulations. Prize, please. Where's my prize monkey? Here we go. You win a T-shirt. Thank you. You like that? You like the NFL?
Yes.
Good. Enjoy that.
Thank you.
That. Congratulations. I'll let you get back to your lunch. Sorry for interrupting. Hey, do you want to play the easiest game show in the history of people? You're guaranteed to win.
Yeah, the win too.
You'll win? You ready to play? All right, here we go. Here's your question. Here's your question. Spell NFL.
Well, no, this maybe too bad, you know. NFL?
You are a winner. Well done. You're very good at this game. Congratulations.
Thank
you win that, yeah. You want some food too?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you some food too. I like your way.
Oh, good.
Look at that. You like a hash brown?
Oh, hash brown.
Say it again. NFL, right? Say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
Say NFL. Say NFL again.
NFL.
Woohoo! We did it. All right. Great. Tremendous work, Dave. You've done it once again. All right, fellas, let's get to it. It's time for very important stuff. And that means before we make our picks, it's time for the wizard of all football game picking wizards, Football Baby, or should I say Football Turkey, with his Week 12 selections.
Football Baby, the baby who picks football games.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Football Baby! You all set to pick the games? Here you go, Football Turkey. Patriots, Broncos. How's going for a ride. Bills, Chiefs, Chiefs. Turkey, 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 gobble, gobble, gobble. Steelers, Seahawks, choose. Happy holiday Eve. Bengals, Rams, choose. You are excited for a cornucopia of football, and who wins doesn't matter. The real winner is Thanksgiving. Go eat stuffing.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Oh, it is the Bengals after all. Undefeated Cam against inspirational Romo. Choose. Number 1 is greater than number 9.
Football Baby.
Football Turkey. He's done it again. Live by his words. 50.
I'm stunned.
56 and 22 lifetime. So
can't argue with that, Dave.
No, indeed. Well, people want to argue with it, but do so at your own risk. All right, next up, let's. This is what I wanted to point out to you. DDFP #DDFP. Check out Football Baby online. That's the reminder. We don't put that in the audio cast, right? I guess that would be awfully unsatisfying to listen to a baby.
To a baby pick things. That wouldn't work.
Guess what? It's time for another visit, or my visit, to McDonald's. Here's more of my interactions with the good people over there in Southern California in front of Game Time Gold.
Hey there, I'm just going to let you guys know that we're going to have your food ready in about a minute or so, all right? So it's going to come right up.
We got it from here. Hi and hello, food and football fans. It's your old pal Dave Dameshek here at McDonald's. McDonald's Game Time Gold is giving you a chance to win tickets to Super Bowl 50 or $500,000 cash, plus millions of free food instant giveaways like a quarter pounder with cheese sandwich or a buttermilk chicken sandwich. And it's as easy as peel, text, and watch to see if you win. Speaking of easy, I'm going to stick around here and ask some customers some questions to play the easiest game show in the history of people. Let's do this thing. Can you tell me one of the colors in the Cleveland Browns uniform?
Must be brown. I don't
Smart
know.
man, smart man. You're a winner. We need a prize for him, ASA and P. Very well done, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
The Arizona Cardinals play the San Francisco 49ers this weekend. 4 + 9 equals what?
11.
Two more.
14.
Somewhere in between.
13.
You are at long last a winner. Congratulations. Respect. Thank you. Hey, do you want to play the easiest game show in the history of people?
All right, I will play.
All right, cool. Here's your question.
Tom Brady.
Whoa, good guess. That's about the only way you can lose this is trying to guess the questions. This one's going to be maybe a little bit easier, but you're pretty close there. True or false, you were the MVP of Super Bowl 49.
I'll say true.
How do you blow it? You only had two choices. You were the MVP of the Super Bowl last year?
Of course I was.
He was him. Melvin, what do you think?
I agree.
Do you think I should give him the prize anyway? Okay, Melvin says you get the prize, so I'm going to give it to you.
Melvin, thank you.
How much easier could this game be? He got the easiest question in the world wrong, and yet I'm still giving him the prize. That's it.
You guys are too kind.
That's right. We are. We're very kind. Congratulations. You guys want to play the easiest game show in the history of people? Cool. All right, here's the question. You get the first question here. Can you spell NFL?
NFL.
He did it! Congratulations, he got it right. Prize monkey. Prize monkey, get him a prize here. Can you name either of the teams that will be playing in the New England Patriots and Denver Broncos game?
Tom Brady.
In this weekend's game between the Denver Broncos and New England Patriots, can you name one of the teams playing?
Denver Broncos.
That's correct. I'm glad we gave him a second shot at that. That would have been bad. You overthought that one, right? That's what happened.
I overthought it.
Yeah, right. Hey, you win a prize, though. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah. How about the three of us? Three-way handshake. Yeah, there we go. See? That was cool, huh, Melvin? Did you like that?
Yeah.
Were you surprised by the results there?
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Yeah, me too. It was exciting, though.
Yeah.
You know? All right, now, congratulations again.
You did it again, David.
Yeah.
On that trip to McDonald's, how much McDonald's did you manage to personally consume?
I ate an egg McMuffin, and I ate a fries. And boy,
8
those
fries.
Oh, they're delicious.
What shake
An
do you
order
go
of
with?
fries.
I mean, either strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. The options have always been the same. I'm more of a vanilla guy, but I got to say, strawberry has been slowly creeping up.
You know what?
The last few years.
Yeah, little baby Oprah, well now 8-year-old Oprah, favors a strawberry shake, whereas her younger brother, Jean-Claude Van Dameshek, goes chocolate. And you know what? As my taste buds have evolved, I always went chocolate as a youth myself. I also like the Shamrock Shake quite a bit. Of course, that was a great seasonal treat. More and more, though, strawberries is going the way. Because, of course, picking up on a tradition, a brave tradition that Mo Dameshek, my mother, started when I was a child, was she always would taste our milkshakes in advance to make sure they weren't poison. And so I now have to do the same thing for my children. I don't want anything.
Should the Shamrock Shake be like stuffing? I mean, should it be a year-round deal at this point?
You know what? I hope Ronald and the rest of the gang and Grimace are listening right now, because that is not a half bad idea. All right, let's do our Turkey Bowl draft here. Like we said, obviously we don't have the time to put together an actual Turkey Bowl game among our NFL media colleagues.
But can we do that next year?
Yes, let's absolutely black tie behind the glass, make it so. If you and I both haven't been fired by then, let's do it a year from now, all right?
Post pie-off. We could do a pie-off, and then, I mean, that would be like a traditional thing.
And everybody throwing up on the field, throwing up pie and everything. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Instead of Gatorade baths, we'll have pie stuff in your face.
Ooh,
Or a stuffing bath.
Yeah.
Just stuffing thrown over the top.
All right, so here's the idea. We have a long list here of all of our colleagues here that you watch on YouTube, you watch them on NFL.com, you watch them on the network.
List them off.
Read them off.
I'm not reading all the names.
There's like 100 names on this.
I know. It's a terrific idea, Black.
I'll give you some ideas. I'll give you some names. There
audio.
are Hall of Famers like Dion, like Marshall Faulk, like Michael Irvin, future Hall of Famers like LT and Kurt Warner. There's our friends MJD and Ike, and then there's the likes of the Around the NFL guys.
What about like Michael Fab?
My prediction. No one from the Around the NFL podcast gets drafted.
What about Michael Fabiano?
Michael Fabiano is also on the list. You could pick him.
What
You
about
could pick
Ian
Elliot
Rappaport?
Harrison. Ian Rappaport would be someone you could pick.
Why can't we just run 8 full-screen boards and list them all?
Yeah, exactly. With 3 typos in.
For all of our audio.
We should have. Yeah, you guys slacked a little bit.
You let us down in a way.
You should have really cut video for each.
Yeah, I want to see some action of Marcus
It only
Grant
so happened that
playing
Shek sent Emma VP text like, "Hey, let's do this like an hour before the show."
All right.
So, I mean, don't start.
Let it
there,
begin.
Dameshek.
Because I'm a gentleman, I'm going to let Handsome have the first choice.
Wow.
Hey, EH, you and I, let's be co-owners, co-GMs here. We'll draft a team against Handsome Hank. How say you?
I've already put together, but yeah.
Okay, let's go. Handsome, you get the first pick. Do we get next 2? That's same lot
Snake,
rules.
That's fine.
Okay, so we get next 2 here.
Yep.
This is
Okay,
a big
with the
pick.
first overall.
So what are the rules? There's only a 2-player draft here?
No. Let's put together a team of...
Snake draft.
You want to do 7, but you have to take a minimum of 3 non-players. Yeah. Okay. Let's do 7. We'll do 7 on 7.
Yeah. Snake draft. So is it going to go you, Shek, me, Shek? Yeah. I mean, it's only fair.
Oh, we're doing 3 teams.
Well, he was saying 2 teams because I mean, you can't play. 3 teams can't play against each other. You guys are co-owners.
You and I'll
Let's
kibitz.
see who has a better team. Let's do 3 teams.
I think one team gets the bye.
Let's EH have his team.
Okay, all right.
Elliot.
Elliot's a big boy. He can have his own team.
Okay,
All right.
well, with the first overall pick in the 25th, what year is it?
2015.
15.
Yes.
Sorry, I totally blanked on that. With the first overall pick in the 2015 Turkey Bowl draft, I'm taking Dave Dameshek.
What? That's impossible.
Well, you see, now you like my team more than you like your team. I'm in your head.
Head games indeed.
Yep.
This I didn't anticipate.
You did not see that one coming.
But you know what you got? You got a winner.
Yeah.
And
that's why I
that's
picked
what I'm
you.
about, you know.
That's why I picked you.
I'm about, and I got a hose.
Yep.
You know.
You might be able to play quarterback. You can do whatever you want.
What a whip I got.
Okay.
All right, Elliot Harrison, you've got the next pick.
Oh, I do. I'm picking 2. Okay.
You're in the 2 hole.
I'm taking Dan Hanzus.
All right, you guys want to make your jokes. I'm gonna win though. That's
no,
what I'm
well,
gonna
wait a
do.
minute. I have a very good reason for taking Dan Hanzus. Number 1, he looks experienced, with the great stuff. But most importantly, Dan can hire somebody else to play in his place because that's what he always does with the pie-off. He never actually does it himself.
Maybe his mother-in-law will play.
Fine, Dan will just go get Herschel Walker, pass it off at his own.
Well, he has his
right?
mother-in-law make the pie for the pie off. I don't know if he's going to put his mother-in-law into the football
I think it
game.
might be his mother-in-law who ends up playing. I think that's a bad choice. But carry on.
I thought it was
I
a
like
strong
it.
All right. No jive from Dameshek. I'm out here to win, although me being on Handsome Hank's team really throws a wrench into my plans. I'm going to take Deion Sanders. I think he's pretty good at football, so I think he'll be helpful on both sides of the line. Deion Primetime Sanders, you know him?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then I will take.
Well, it's no snake draft. Black Tie just said in my ear, "I'm going next." Apparently this is a traditional draft. You need to speak to the man behind the glass. Okay.
I don't think that's fair, but all right.
I need a running back, and I love working with Maurice Jones-Drew. He's one of my favorite additions to the team. So I'm going to take LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, what a stinker. I saw that one coming. All right, go ahead. So LT.
Love LT. He can
we have
catch
three
the ball
good
out
runners.
of the backfield. Yeah. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's obviously, we'll give him some carries.
We're rich in running backs. This is a draft that's deep in runners because you also have Marshall Faulk. Like you say, you have MJD. Heath Evans.
Yeah, I'm taking MJD then since he fell to me. Yep. I'm like the Jets with Leonard Williams. And what I'm thinking here is, I don't really like to talk smack, but MJD can pretty much say anything he wants as long as he says no disrespect, no disrespect. Yep. And so, you got to have a guy that can talk a little smack.
All right, well, he's off my board then.
I have the one guy that we know for a fact. I have a strong hunch about my ability as the quarterback, but I'm going to take another guy.
You've been there so many times before.
Who may wind up in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to go with Kurt Warner. How about my team is now Kurt Warner and primetime Deion Sanders?
It's pretty good.
Handsome Hank, how say you?
It's pretty. What about your team or who I?
No, who's your pick?
Okay, so next I Prime's off the board. I need someone who can play defense for me, and so I'm going to take Ike. I want Ike to go out there. He's going to shut down one side of the field. I'm not going to need to worry about when I play against whichever you guys drafts Michael Irvin next. I don't need to worry about that.
All right, Ike Taylor goes to the Handsomes. How say you? The Handsome Devils is your team.
That's right.
EH, how say you? The Orange Peels. Who's on the Orange Peels?
Well, it's interesting you say that. I think the NFL is always evolving, and football is evolving, and I think we're going to go back to a 2 running back system. And John Gruden's always going off about how Danny Woodhead, they can't see him behind the line. That's why he sneaks out there. So I'm picking Michael Fabiano to get out there and get open.
He's got some wiggle. He's definitely got some wiggle.
And they're not going to be able to see him behind the line.
Poor Orange Peels team. Anzus, Fabiano, yikes. All right, I'm going to stay high end. I'm not going to overthink it here. I'm going to take a running back who's in the Hall of Fame, the only running back here at the NFL who is in the Hall, Marshall Faulk. What a team I'm putting together here.
Dameshek means business, guys.
That's right.
Well,
you know what? There's a time to play games, and then there's a time to get serious, and that's what I'm doing here. Go ahead, Hanson.
So I have 2 of my athletes, right, former NFL players. So I'm only allowed 1 more. I've got LT and Ike, and I would take Michael Irvin, again, Hall of Fame wide receiver. I want to be able to get the ball to him. But what I'm thinking here is I want someone who can go both ways. And I think Michael may need a rest, have to take a breather after some of the offense.
Ageism.
On the other hand, there's a guy out there who I've seen who's in tremendous shape, can play wide receiver for me, and can go on defense. Akbar Bajabiya-Miller. He's a big target, so you won't have any problem hitting him. And he's gonna be my wideout, and then he's gonna come, immediately flip the field.
I hope he can catch my fastballs. That's all.
Boy, it's really frustrating for me because I really wanted him for my pass rush. After all, he has 2 career sacks. So I'm gonna have to doggone it. Now I'm really, this is what happens in a real draft. The drama of when a guy that you really targeted. So
who's on your team so far? Just remind us.
Well, I was sticking. Shek keeps bragging about his team. #humility. I wanted to honor our 3 non-players, so I'm getting those guys out of the way first. I got Hanzus, I got Fabiano. Right now, I got Maurice Jones-Drew. That's my 1 player. My 4th pick, I'm going to go ahead and fill the non-player quota.
Right. You've got the best of the non-players.
I want Marcus Grant because I want people to feel like they're actually facing a real NFL quarterback. They mistake him as Geno Smith, but he throws the ball better.
What if someone punches him?
Too soon.
It's a possibility. Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep putting a juggernaut together. I'm gonna take another guy who's gonna wind up in the Hall of Fame one day.
You have to, but at this point, you've taken too many.
No,
players.
I haven't. I'm get 7 guys. I'm going Willie McGinnis. How about that?
3 players.
Oh, I thought we had to take a minimum of 3 non-players. Oh, I can't take Willie McGinnis?
Well, tell me what your team is right now. You got Dion.
I've got 3 NFL players.
You've got Kurt.
Yeah, you have Kurt. That's 4.
All right, my next pick then, with myself
Harder
off the
now,
board.
isn't it?
See,
Yeah.
now you see that my draft strategy was smart, loading up on the talented non-players.
And we're counting Bucky Brooks.
Bucky is a former NFL player.
You know what? I'm doing it again. How did you guys not take Daniel Jeremiah?
Because he's a former player.
No. He didn't get anywhere close to the NFL.
I want to
Jeremiah.
speak to Commissioner
Black Tie, don't you dare attempt to revoke this one.
Daniel Jeremiah did play in App State. But he
that's
didn't
not
play
the
NFL.
standard.
So, yes, Dameshek actually, again, he means business here.
Thank
Dameshek
you.
is on the money.
We looked at old Noir, but we decided to go with Clint Sterner.
Now you're in trouble, though, because now the only 3 guys that really can sling it around here, 1,
me,
Kurt Warner, 2, Dameshek, 3, Daniel Jeremiah are all off the board. Elliot Harrison has no QB.
Well, I am that guy. And
you don't got what it takes.
So here's what
You've
I'm
got
doing.
the
I
guts.
need to take a non-player. And
who's your team so far?
My team so far: Dameshek, first overall pick; LaDainian Tomlinson,
okay,
Chargers legend, just had his jersey retired in San Diego. Probably going to have his jersey retired after this game, immediately, or maybe before the game.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Sorry, Ike Taylor, Akbar Bajabir Miller, because I just love saying that. 5th overall pick: Elliot Harrison. Completely thrown. What are you going to do now, Elliot? Just scrap your team and join me. 5.
Elliot Harrison, how
Elliot
say you?
Harrison.
No one took Michael Irvin yet, did they?
Nope.
Nope.
But you do realize you just got picked.
You know, LeVar Arrington is a possibility too, as is Willie McGinnis. I can't believe no one wants the size, speed, athleticism on display from either one of those guys.
I'm going with somebody that could return kicks. I was thinking, but you know what? Since I can't sling the ball around, like you said, then I've got MJD, I got Fabs slipping out of the backfield. I'm running the read option and triple wing, Jamel Holloway, OU 1985 style, Michael Robinson. He could play quarterback.
Oh, yeah, he can.
I'm just going to be a run-heavy team.
Our pal A.J. Hawk says that Michael Robinson is the toughest quarterback he's ever had to try to tackle in his entire career. High praise from Hawk, Ohio State v. Penn State.
You bet.
I'm going to take, now I got to start digging deep here a little bit. I'm going to take a college athlete, someone who is still, in spite of the toll, the human toll that a personal life can have on one person, Amber Theo Harris. Maker of 3 babies, nevertheless, still fit, still ready to roll, has the pedigree. Welcome to the club, Amber Theo Harris. Handsome Hank.
She's a former gymnast, correct?
I know. She was a sprinter. She's got speed.
Will you please walk up to her here and say, Amber, you look fit.
Yeah, say that you picked her with the.
All right, Hank, let's get to your pick.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. My pick. This is my final pick as well. I think we're playing 6 aside, right? Is that?
No, we said 7. Let's go.
All right, I'm sorry. Everyone gets angry. Well, look. Here's what I'm looking for. So I can take one more player, right?
You get 3 players.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought you said you had to have 3.
You already rejected my Willie McGinnis pick.
All right. Well, I'm taking Willie McGinnis.
All right.
3
that's a
NFL
good pick.
players.
No,
I think you should have taken LeVar Arrington, but all right.
Why? Willie's in much better shape than LeVar. Sorry, LeVar.
Ooh. Make sure we play that back for him on NFL HQ. Elliot Harrison, how say
you? What's your team so far?
Well, my team so far, I've got Hanzus, I've got Fabiano, I got Marcus Grant. I got rid of, I got my non-players out of the way. I got MJD and Michael Robinson. I'm a run-heavy team. But, sometimes you got to have somebody fall to you, that you weren't necessarily planning on taking, but the value's there. I'm going with Shek's suggestion. I'm taking my good colleague, my buddy, LeVar Arrington.
Listen, he's one of the great athletes to ever get to the NFL. How he is in 2015, apparently Handsome's not impressed with what he's...
I'm not as impressed as I am by Willie McGinnis. Yesterday, true story, yesterday I was coming through a door, I was about to open a door at the NFL Network downstairs. The door flung open in my face. Willie nearly destroyed me as he was coming through that door. It was a gentle tap for him. But I saw enough. I'm drafting you.
Are we taking 4 players or 3?
Did you tell him?
You know what? I want
I did.
You know what I want? What did you? So your pick is made. So now my pick is going to be. I want.
What's your team so far, Shek?
My team is Deion Sanders, Marshall Faulk, Kurt Warner, Daniel Jeremiah, and Amber Theo Harris, aka Juggernaut. I mean, that is a dominant team. But I want there to be a pleasant. You hear all the time about you want the right kind of atmosphere in the locker room.
Mhm.
There's no more pleasant fella around than Dan Helly. Welcome to the
he's
ball
a
club, Dan
terrific guy.
Helly.
That's nice. I like that. So with my
Face of the
final pick,
franchise.
and I can't believe that you guys this hasn't occurred to you guys, and maybe I'm giving it away a little bit. But so with my final pick, a guy who's never played in the NFL but has coached in the National Football League, Brian Billick, played college quarterback. I need a coach for my team as well, so I'm going to invite Brian Billick in. There's going to be an open competition, Dave. So we'll probably spend 20 minutes before the game. You both loosen up, and I'm just going to say that's my quarterback, depending on which of you guys looks better. Brian Billick's my final pick of my draft.
You understand if Billick gets the gig, though, I'm dogging it the whole time. I'm already incented to throw the game when I have my own team to worry about. Now you're going to add another layer.
Well, we won't re-sign you next year. I mean, then you're going to be.
You made
out
a
in the
mistake.
cold.
You should have taken Adam Rank because he can throw the ball a little bit too.
I can throw the ball as well. I'm just on the sideline at the moment. But
Hank, your scouting team didn't do enough research. Brian Billick did play in the NFL. Tight end. He
I was just
had
about
a short stint with the
I'm going to allow
Cowboys.
it. I'm going to allow the Brian Billick pick.
He didn't play quarterback.
He was a tight end invited to camp by the Cowboys.
He didn't play in the
1977.
National Football League.
Handsome did zero research.
He was drafted by the
apparently.
Niners, right?
It's going to cost you when the game is played.
That's all right. I am going to look. I think when you're out on the field, you need a decoy sometimes.
You
know,
do, that's for sure.
And what better decoy? And you can talk all you want, but I'm going Aaron Coscarelli. I think your team is going to be distracted.
Yep.
While my team just plays power football.
That'll shut down half the field.
Interesting. All right. So there are a lot of names, and if I have to go non-player, I could go, Rand Getlin. James Palmer's out there.
Rand
Jeff Darlington. I mean, if you've got Jeff Darlington outside as well, I think he could shut down.
Yeah, but you got to be wary of those hits on defenseless receivers. I mean, Jeff is he's slender. He's been watching.
He's a handsome devil as well.
guy,
He
too.
really belongs on your team more. Plus, we have on my team, we already have Dan Helly, the ruggedly handsome. Well, he's not ruggedly handsome. I'm more ruggedly handsome. He's more pretty with those baby blues.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm going to continue the roll. I'm so confident it really doesn't make a difference. I'm just going to have this guy run up into the stands, up to the concession stand, and get us wieners with ketchup, if you please. The one who doesn't like to eat his wieners with ketchup, Matt Money Smith. Welcome to the ball club here.
Wow, that's a nice pick.
You know what? I want, when we win, I want there to be a coronation, and I want there to be a video of it.
Yeah, and he
he's
could
the
narrate
perfect
it.
Yeah, he's the narrator of the... and by the way,
America's Game, the Shek All-Stars.
That's right. Now he's in the fold. Welcome to the club. What a team I've put together here. Is
like-
that it? Everybody's got their
we've
seven?
done six. We've done six. It's you.
I've
It's your
done
seventh
seven.
pick.
I've done 7. I just think at this point Elliot can't count.
No, I've got.
So-
I have one pick left, I believe.
You don't.
Somewhere
You
we
really
were-
I have
genuinely
7.
don't.
You have 7.
We
all
all
right.
have 7.
Oh,
Now
I have
it's
7,
time.
excuse
So
me.
there
I can't
you have
count.
it. Can we put that? Hey, Black Tie,
I
you're
get to
really
pick-
good at Madden. Can
I
you
missed
put
a guy I wanted to
these
pick.
teams into the Madden simulator and see who would win the game?
Yes.
Impossible.
It's impossible.
Why?
It's too bad.
You can
Yes,
build the
Michael
players that
Fabiano
aren't.
in
You
it.
build the players that aren't there. So like Dave, you would give a 85 arm 2 for.
I'm really like
mobility.
Marino, but lefty. That's
Can I
really the
recommend a
same
referee?
skill set.
Same mobility.
Same mobility. That's not my game. My game is fastballs. Pushing it downfield. Take no nonsense from teammates. Kind of.
Elliot nearly played
Elliot Harrison
semi-pro
somehow-
ball, so I'm lucky to have him on my.
I'm surprised
my
Elliot
squad.
Harrison doesn't put himself on his own team there.
Well, he couldn't.
Why don't
I
you
drafted
do that?
him. I
Oh, that's
drafted
right.
him.
I'm sorry, you did take him. I'm very confused. Let's clear it all up. Guess what? Before Thanksgiving is here, or if you're listening, watching this after Thanksgiving, either way, it's time for the Red Challenge Flag Picks.
Red Challenge Flag Picks.
Well done, beautiful. You're
Thank
both
you.
in the
Do I-
holiday spirit here. If you want,
You can have one. You've got some more.
I do periodically get questions from the listener asking, where are the So-So Jamabo songs? When are you going to add to the soundboard of your So-So Jamabo songs? I love a good name, and when a great football name comes along, I honor them on the most recent Shek report. So-So Jamabo, Joplo Bartu. There's some really good ones out there. Samaje P. Rhyme. I mean, really, these are glorious days.
Those
in
are
which
great
we
names.
live.
Don't forget Bakari Rambo, man.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I did sing a song about Soso Jamabo
it's my
off the
favorite.
cuff on the most recent.
We did a lot of singing on the last
Yeah,
video.
I encourage you to. And we also did a little reenactment of Peyton Manning informing one of his Broncos teammates that, hey, guess what? Good news, I'm coming back in 2016, and what reaction that might have
You'll have
might
to
have
listen
gotten
to
there.
it.
All right, let's get to it here. A game I mentioned already for obvious reasons. I'm excited for this one. Football fans should be excited. It ought to be a dandy. Pittsburgh Steelers, Seattle Seahawks, Elliot Harrison. Choose.
Taking the Seahawks at home.
Handsome Hank, how say you?
So in the podcast you just mentioned earlier in the week, I said that I think the Steelers will be one of the AFC Final Four, but I have to go against myself on this one. I think that the best matchup, the best individual player matchup of the weekend is Antonio Brown against our friend Richard Sherman, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Well, I don't know that that's literally true. As we know, Richard Sherman doesn't always travel, as they say.
Has been this season
I know,
more.
but I don't anticipate him following 84 all over the field on Sunday. A late afternoon game. It ought to be a dandy. I'm going to take the Seahawks. As I say, in the NFL, unless you're hot garbage, the more desperate team tends to win the game. The Seahawks certainly need to take this game. Pittsburgh feels like it's got some wiggle room. I'm sure I get that vibe from the Steelers, but this could obviously elevate them to a different level. And especially with the Bengals losing 2 straight games, a division crown isn't out of the realm of possibility. The thing that's going to be intriguing to watch, we know DeAngelo Williams has replaced Le'Veon Bell, but there is a chance with a healthy Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown and Martavis Bryant that they may, as the weeks go by, prove to be an unstoppable trio in the passing game. We'll see. This is their biggest test, and if they do it this week, then the sky is almost the limit for this team, save maybe going into Foxborough and taking a victory there. But even that isn't outside the realm of possibility.
Well, we're showing some Martavis Bryant video right now, and I'll tell you that the matchup I don't like for Seattle, even though I'm picking them to win, is Antonio Brown on Richard Sherman. I don't think a guy like Antonio Brown's a good matchup for Sherman. I don't think this is the kind of player that he's able to cover easily. So I don't know how much they'll be linked up. Martavis Bryant, though, if he is on Kerry Williams, good night.
Yeah.
I don't like that for Seattle. However, DeAngelo Williams versus the Seahawks front, don't like that for the Steelers. And I don't know how mobile Ben Roethlisberger is right now. Seattle obviously has a very good pass rush. That crowd gets loud. I don't know if we'll be able to see Roethlisberger as we've seen him before, getting the ball out. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
I do
like
too.
20 to 15.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be. Roethlisberger's not going to be able to hold the ball long enough to really push it downfield with that pass rush. So anyway, it's going to be a fascinating one. I guess we all have the Seahawks here. Next up, the New England Patriots, the Denver Broncos. Handsome Hank, choose the Denver Broncos, I should say.
I'm going to go with the Patriots.
You don't like when I call them the
I
Denver
do.
Broncos.
I feel like we've got it. We've probably.
All right, it's a cute thing to say because their starting quarterback is named Brock.
It was cute.
I like the pregnant pause.
The New England Patriots are going to win this game.
One of the things I love about doing this Red Challenge Flags pick segment is that when you and I work together, we almost never throw one, and I'd like to keep that consistent. I'm going to take the New England Patriots.
You guys are the only two people who don't understand that the key to any good drama is conflict. Why don't you throw Elliot Harrison? We love having you here, but when you're out of here, the place runs red.
I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
Like the red wedding.
It's crazy.
I will say this, man. I am concerned. I get the whole thing that, okay, Tom Brady and the Patriots, boy, they just make anybody work. I'm starting to speak in that Shek voice. When you do that, when you mimic other people, make anybody work. Does that sound
Doesn't
like
sound
Shek?
anything like him.
No?
No,
Damn
it's not me. It's me mimicking other people.
Yeah, you mimicking other people.
Curmudgeonly, basic opinion.
Derisively, yes. Right. Okay. So at this point, though, if Dobson and Amendola can't play,
right?
It's very easy to say, oh, they can make anybody look good. You know what? Some of the guys that played for New England actually had talent. Danny Woodhead has had a very good post-Patriots career. Shane Vereen has been a very valuable pickup for the Giants. Those guys had talent. I think there is a point where you get so deep on your depth chart that it is going to affect you, especially against a defense that I would argue is at least top 3 in the league right now.
Yeah, we went through the remainder of the Patriots schedule. in the last podcast, and I really believe that this is their toughest test before they get to the playoffs.
You know what? I will do you one better. I think that they will lose this game. I think that this is not a good time to be going into Denver. What do they do best is rush the passer. That's going to be a tough spot there. It really comes down to everybody's going to point from now until kickoff that Bill Belichick owns young QBs who are inexperienced. I just think that the other side of things is that
offensive
line for New England looks crummy.
9 starters this year.
2 straight weeks of Brady under pressure. It's going to be week 3 of that experience.
Definitely agree with that, but I think the Broncos to win the game are going to have to put up like 25 points, and I don't know.
I think, you know what the other thing is too? I don't know Jamie Collins' status, if he's definitely going to be back or not, but he's a big guy to not have out there for that defense.
Yep.
I think somebody at some point, I've been waiting for it. You're starting to see it with Shady McCoy a little bit, I guess. The other night, I think they can be had on the ground. I believe that you can run on that team, and that's going to start to get exposed as we press on here. So I'm going to take the Broncos.
Do you remember, Shek, when we used to do NFL.com Live Thursday Night Football, we did, I think it was 2-3 years ago, we did a Jets-Patriots game where Brady had Aaron Dobson and I think Kimbrell Tompkins.
Yep, I think that
he
was
was
week
barking
2 or
on the
week
sideline.
3.
It was a rainy game against the Jets, and I wonder if that's going to happen where he's just going to be so frustrated because these guys don't know the hot reads. They don't know a lot of the Patriots offense, whoever he's playing out there. I just wonder if we're going to see something like that.
Yeah, and you just get good vibes. No one wants to celebrate Peyton being out. No one on the Broncos certainly wants to, but you do get the sense behind their words is a little bit of relief and that they feel that they have a better chance of winning. I know it seems crazy, but they feel like they have a better chance of winning, hence their new name, the Denver Broncos. Next game, Buffalo, KC, Elliot Harrison, choose. Big playoff game, but playoff implications.
I'm honored. I just got the football baby intro. I'm going to take the Chiefs at home.
Handsome Hank. You're
the
going to agree
Chiefs
with
playing
that.
red, and when they're at home, and that's the only red you're going to see associated with this game because
that was a long walk.
You both.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do something to help Dave.
I'll stink.
I'll throw a red challenge flag at you for that.
Well, you know what?
I would say that the Chiefs. I just feel like the Bills, the wheels are coming off a little bit with the Bills. I think Tyrod Taylor was hurt, obviously, on Monday night, and we'll see what kind of shape he's in for this game. He couldn't get the ball downfield. They're talking this week about trying to make sure that Sammy Watkins is more involved in the game, which makes perfect sense. But then you've got a rookie in Marcus Peters and a pretty good defense overall that I think can probably take that away from you.
I don't like the injury questions with Tyrod Taylor, Mario Williams, and the rest in Buffalo. I think 2 big games that they had to get up for. These are human beings. They go Jets, then Patriots. It felt like this was their bid to really create a real showdown with the Patriots, and they came up a little short there. At some point, there's got to be a letdown. Like I say, this is a massive game for both teams if they want to be playing in the postseason. The Chiefs, I feel like a lot of people have decided that this is smoke and mirrors the last month because they haven't played great competition, but look it up. In the last 4 games in their 4-game winning streak here, they're beating teams by 22 points on average. They're whipping. I, in fact, did the math myself on that one to figure that one out.
It's about as straightforward as it gets. It's old school football. It's running, defense, quarterback not making mistakes, and quarterback getting out of the pocket. But Hank, will you say
their defense is really good?
Really? Will you say hurt again?
Hurt.
That's not how you say it. He sounded just like the little kid in the Charlie Bit My Finger video. It's still hurting.
It's still hurting.
It's the hurt locker.
Charlie.
Right, I'm going KC, and KC is going to be the 5th seed in the AFC, first of all. Look at their schedule. After this game, they will be expected to win every game left on their schedule. They get the Raiders a couple of times. They get the Browns. They play the Ravens. They play the Chargers once. Point is, they have a chance. If they win this one, they may not lose again until January.
And you don't think that they can actually win the AFC West?
They have a shot at it, and that would be a big step with the Patriots.
They have a genuine shot at doing that.
If things get real cuckoo and the Patriots knock down the Broncos and the Broncos, I should say, and the
you don't have to. You really don't have to.
I do have to. I feel obliged to do it. And lastly, and apologies, although this is intriguing to feel a bit of sociology, how it makes you feel if you are listening, watching this on Friday or Saturday. You already know the outcome of this one. The Carolina Panthers, the Dallas Cowboys.
What, you think that people might be listening to this right now, like Phil Simms and Jim Nantz turned down, and us over the top of the game?
Right, but you will know we'll either be foolish or geniuses for our picks here. So
okay, well,
choose your words carefully.
I'm going to say that, again, I think this probably is the toughest test remaining for an undefeated team, but I think that the Panthers will come through and they'll pass that test in Dallas.
They'll pass it without getting
pass that test in Dallas.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because you and I always agree, but I'm going to take my little ghosty here.
Do it.
And I wanna,
do it for the Cowboys. If you're ever going to do it, Elliot Harrison, have some dignity as a Cowboys fan.
Challenging that pick, forget being a Cowboys fan. I do think this is a tough test for the Panthers. I don't know that, I think Josh Norman is a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know that he's played anyone like Des Bryant yet. Des Bryant.
Not many people out there like Des Bryant.
Yeah, better conditioning than he had a few weeks ago when he first came back. This is Romo's second game back. I thought Romo played very well against Miami, all things considered, but the most important thing to me is actually the Cowboys' defense. The Cowboys' defense right now is ranked 11th in the league. Now, that may not do a lot for you, but when you consider the fact that that's with Brandon Weeden and Matt Castle going 3 and out, 3 and out, and 3 and out, how tired does your pass rush get after watching your offense punt, punt, punt? And now they have something to play for. Rolando McClain looked in shape against Miami.
It's like when my Turkey Bowl team takes on the sad orange peel. Same experience.
Maybe so, but they're going to be distracted by Aaron. Michael Robinson's going to be running that triple wing. I'm telling you, we're going to beat you 17-3. We're going to play clock ball on you.
Yeah, clock ball. I don't think you guys will get the ball.
I don't think you will either. Either way, I like the Cowboys in this game. By the way, historically, major advantage for Dallas playing on Thanksgiving, short week, and Tony Romo has been lights out for the most part.
I am going to take the Panthers in this one for 2 reasons. For what it's worth, and probably not that much, but Ron Rivera has been talking. He's been on the right talking point as far as I'm concerned, which is I can see a team like this that's fairly young and having this remarkable success, having a tough time getting up week after week after week. And I'm sure the undefeated thing is nice, but they're not desperate to run the table. I think secretly Tom Brady and Belichick really want to run the table. I don't think that's in the calculation of the Panthers, but Rivera is challenging them week after week. This business about, hey, the odds makers don't respect us now, I don't think that goes into their calculations. No. But that does get in the ear of the players, so I think they'll show up. And more practically, Tony Romo, if you watched him, he did play well last week, but man, he doesn't like that heat. You know, no quarterback likes that heat, but Tony Romo coming back from injury was visibly turning away from would-be tacklers. He was spooked by the pass rush.
He got hit hard against Miami.
I'm not bad-mouthing him. I'm telling you he doesn't want it, and guess what? He's going to get it even if he doesn't want it. Charles Johnson's back on a good defense already. I think they're gonna get after him, and the way he's throwing the ball, this is a better defense than they played last week, and I think the Panthers emerged victorious as a result of that. So there you have it.
Can I throw one thing out at you? I know you love the history, and I'd love to get your perspective on this, Shek, but I want to turn to you first, Hank, because when I see the Dolphins, in their whites, Cowboys in their navies, I think back to that Jimmy Johnson Bowl game when the Cowboys went in there to Miami. Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones had parted ways, and his first year in Miami, the Cowboys went and played. That was one of the most hyped games that I can remember the 90s. Seems forgotten about now. Do you guys remember it that way, or was it like being a Steelers fan? Was that
wasn't
not a
the
big
Let
deal?
game, though, was it?
That was no. That was before Jimmy left.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I just remember that being almost to the level of the Montana Young game in Kansas City when Steve Young was the quarterback of the Niners and played. But maybe it's different because I was living in Dallas.
No, it was a big deal at the time. I mean, the Dolphins and Cowboys, considering how few times they've played, have had some pretty memorable games against each other. There was another one was on Thanksgiving. I think they played at least 3 times on Thanksgiving. But where Ricky Williams ran wild over the Cowboys.
03. It was on Chris Chambers had a couple of touchdowns. I remember that.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall made a great catch. Those Dolphins and Cowboys games in Big D have been good. Yeah, Brandon Marshall made the catch. The Leon Lett kicking the ball in the snow game, which was super weird that it was snowy in Big D for that one.
You ready for a little trivia?
Harbaugh, the first ever Harbaugh.
No
hey,
trivia,
here are my picks real quick here. Let me just real quick give my picks.
TD says no trivia.
I'm going Packers. Boy, the toughest game to me to call is Saints-Texans. I guess Saints coming off the bye, but won't be surprised there. Bengals, tough spot for them. I know that the QB situation in St. Louis is dicey, and the Rams are kind of coming unglued there. But boy, the Bengals are going to feel a world of pressure when they hit the field there. I'll take the Giants in D.C. Colts against the Bucks. The Raiders at Tennessee. That's another, circle that one as a possible upset special, though. Chargers will take down the Jaguars.
Not going to happen.
I mean, Chargers, we talk about team most decimated by injuries in 2015. Chargers deserve some consideration there. I don't know. Phil Rivers playing a hunch there. Jets at home get off the schneid against the Campbells. Sorry, Handsome Hank. And I will take the Cardinals at the Niners. There you have my picks. What's your little bit of trivia there?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, so the Leon Lett game that you mentioned, who was Miami's starting quarterback for that game? Pierre Marino got hurt, so I'll give you that hint.
So it's Scott Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell got hurt.
Scott Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell did get hurt as well, you're right.
So they had to make an emergency call.
It was
pick
Steve
somebody
DeBerg.
up. Steve DeBerg with a tan. And it's snowing in Texas Stadium.
Steve DeBerg came and played for the Dolphins for the rest of that season.
Won that game.
Yep. True story.
Steve of the Berg. Wow.
Chris DeBerg, brother.
Like 41 years old.
Is that right? Chris DeBerg.
Lady in Red.
The lady in red is upset with you for not throwing a red challenge flag. I don't know. That was.
Could have done it.
Chris DeBerg also sang "Don't Fear the Reaper," which was a weird song.
It's a weird song for
Yeah.
him. Hey, guys, before we go,
Flag to flag.
I just
don't fear the Reaper.
Please, can you two? We
Don't
have a
even
big game.
fix a price.
We have a big game.
You think
tomorrow.
thinking about the Reaper?
Don't eat too much turkey before the game. I need you guys both fresh, worked out, and ready to go for tomorrow's game.
You know what? Happy Thanksgiving to you. I hope you have a great time with your family and/or friends. We'll be out here in Southern California while Mo Dameshek hosts all my siblings and the grandkids and everything else. Wish we could be out there. But Handsome, give me a hug. You're the winner because you let Americans celebrate their holiday.
Aww.
That's it. We'll be back after Week 12 in front of Week 13 to break that down for you. In the meantime, happy Thanksgiving and be well, Czech Republic.
Find out more on the next DDFP.